Ava, oh my God, I really need to talk to you. I am in total shock at what just happened today. This is incredible. I really wasn't expecting to meet my brother's fiancé. I thought that he would be bringing over someone that I didn't know at all. I had no idea that he was bringing you to the house. You're my brother's fiancé? Wow. How long had you been dating Travis? I had absolutely no idea that this was going on. I really couldn't believe my eyes today. I thought I was dreaming, actually. Well, of course you didn't know what was going on because I didn't tell you a thing about it. It's only natural for you to react this way, too. But I don't understand why you didn't tell me that you were dating my brother, Ava. Why didn't you say anything? I thought that we were really good friends. To be honest, I couldn't be happier knowing that my brother's getting married to one of my greatest friends on the planet. I'm getting kind of emotional at the fact that we'll be sisters soon. Huh? What do you mean by that, Jane? Sisters? Come on, isn't that kind of a joke, though? I don't see why you're getting so emotional when we're hardly friends at all. Didn't you realize why I didn't say anything about this to you? I was just pretending to be a really good friend to you because I wanted to get with your really handsome brother. You really need to get it through that thick skull of yours that I'd never be friends with you. You really need to stop misunderstanding people's intentions, okay? Wait a minute, what did you just say to me? This must be some sort of joke, right? Okay, I get it. Real funny, Ava. You can stop kidding around now. Wow, you're kind of being quite pathetic right now. You know I'm not joking, Jane. Why would I want to be friends with a disabled person in a wheelchair? You can hardly move, and you're absolutely no fun to be around. You need to face reality, Jane. Your hands and feet are basically tied together, and you are bound to that ugly chair. Look, I get it. You can't use your legs anymore, and obviously it's out of your control. You'll have to be like this for the rest of your life, so I guess I'm sorry. What the heck, Ava? Ava, I don't get why you're treating me like this. How could you be so cruel? What happened to make you talk to me like this? Hey, I'm trying to talk to you. Ava, what's going on with these wedding invitations? I know that at least one wedding invitation arrived at my house for the family, but there wasn't one for me. Could it be that you put the wrong address on the invitation for me, or that there's been a mix-up at the mailing center? Do you know anything about this? Well, I haven't been in contact with you for the longest time, so it's only natural for me not to send you an invite. I don't want you interfering with my wedding ceremony. But can't you admit to yourself how stupid you're being right now? Wasn't it obvious when I told you that I was only being your friend to get to your brother? What the heck are you saying? I'd never interfere with someone's wedding, especially my own brother's wedding. Why are you saying such awful things to me? What have I ever done to you to be talked to like this, Ava? I thought that we were really good friends. Don't you want to be friends with me anymore? Oh my God, you really are stupid sometimes. I've already told you this a million times. I used you to get closer to Travis. That's the only reason I became friends with you in the first place. Generally speaking, it would be such a shame if someone told me that I was going to gain a relative who has a disability. It just wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look good? Are you kidding me right now, Ava? Don't you see how much you're discriminating against me just because I'm in a wheelchair? Of course it wouldn't look good. It would be embarrassing. If we found out that your disability was because of your genetics, so many people would find out and just not come. If things were to end up like this, my own children could possibly have a disability as well, and I don't want that. There is no benefit in you being around this wedding. Are you seriously calling me defective, Anna? That is such a horrible thing to say. You can't just say that sort of thing to someone with a disability. It's not right. Hey now, there is no need to get so mad just because I'm speaking the truth. It wouldn't be a good look if you showed up because assumptions would be made about me. Besides, it's not like you and I are best friends or anything like that. I just wanted to be closer to your brother. Why would I want to be friends with a disabled person? You're a disgrace to your family because you're bound to this wheelchair, so please, don't bother coming to the wedding. No one wants you there, Jane. Okay. Well, since you've already taken this so far, I suppose I won't go to my own brother's wedding. But what you're saying and doing is so wrong, Ava. I don't care. I just want things to go the way they should. I also would like it if you cut ties with your family. It would really help the situation. We're planning to invite a lot of relatives and have a super gorgeous ceremony without you. We don't need someone like you there cramping our style. Travis, I really need to talk to you. It's urgent, and I'm really upset about what's going on. So I was talking to Ava about how I haven't received an invite to the wedding. She ended up telling me that, this is horrible. She said that she never intended on sending me an invitation to your wedding. I feel so depressed right now.
Whoa, just calm down and breathe, little sister. What are you on about exactly? What do you mean Ava never intended on inviting you? Doesn't make sense.
Look, I don't want to say anything bad about your fiancé, Travis, but Ava has basically cut me out of her life just because I've got a disability. She also turned around and said to me that people with disabilities are defective and shouldn't be invited to special events. I just feel so terrible about myself now, Travis.
Excuse me? Did she seriously say that to you? She said that you're a defect? Has she lost her mind? Why would she say something like that to a friend?
To be honest, it's my fault for not realizing Ava's true nature when it comes to other people. She's such a terrible person, Travis. I didn't think she'd act like this. But I'm more concerned what she'll say or do in front of you once you both get married. Please be careful from now on when it comes to Ava.
This is insane. I still don't get why she'd say such a thing like that towards you when you've been so kind towards her. I don't believe this at all.
I know what you mean, Travis. I didn't want to believe what she said myself. It seems like she's been holding how she feels for a while now. Also, I was wondering if you could send me a wedding invitation. I want to be able to congratulate you properly. I want to see you get married.
Look, I really hate to break this to you, Jane, but I'm really sorry. I don't think it would be a good idea for you to come to the ceremony.
Wait, what did you just say? I'm confused. I'm your sister, Travis. Why would you not want me at the wedding ceremony? It makes no sense.
Jane, you've got to realize that weddings cost quite a lot of money, so that's why I want it to be a huge success. I want Ava to have all the attention on her wedding day.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're getting at, Travis. Give her all the attention? What's that supposed to mean exactly? What's that got to do with me?
Well, when you come into the venue in your wheelchair, even if you don't like it, the attention will definitely be diverted to you, and I don't think she wants that. That would be a huge problem, and I want to make Ava the main focal point of the ceremony. She should be shining the brightest. She's the star of the show, so to speak. Besides, you'd be restricting the staff members' movement around the venue if you were to come in the wheelchair. If the ceremony is delayed, it would be a burden on those attending.
Huh? What? Is that seriously the problem? Even you're thinking of me as a problem? Why do you think I'm such a nuisance for? Why would you say that?
I'll just say what I need to say now so we don't have too many issues. To be honest, taking care of you is very difficult for me, Jane. It gets too much sometimes. I do feel sorry for you because you've got no movement in your legs and they just don't work properly anymore. It's just so hard to watch you wheel around sometimes. I just want you to realize that you're kind of causing trouble for other people and it's hard for us too. Also, don't take people's kindness for granted just because you've got a disability, Jane.
Are you kidding me right now? This is... I can't believe this. You're saying things like this? How could you say that to me? Your little sister. I never thought you'd ever say these things to me. I already know how I make people feel. I cause trouble for everyone because of my disability. I never thought I was normal, but I didn't think you'd go this far.
Okay, but anyway, I've been the one who's been closest to you. It was also hard for me, too. I always wanted to get away from you, so that's why I left home when I did.
Wait, what? Are you telling me that you left home because of me? Because life was so hard for you just because I can't move my legs?
I'm just trying to tell you that the world doesn't revolve around you and your disability, Jane. everything in the house has always been about you, and I got sick of it. Come on, you're an adult now, so you should be able to understand where I'm coming from with all this, okay? You're not the only one who struggles.
Yes, but I don't put people down because they have an issue, but I get it. It's all my fault, right? I guess I was so overwhelmed with my disability then. You know, I'm really sorry, Travis. I obviously didn't realize that I was causing you so much trouble. I would have just stayed away if I knew. But I guess you really didn't want me to know, so you just left home early on so you didn't have to put up with me, right? I just got in your way, literally.
Well, yes, basically. I just wanted to not have to feel like I got no attention because of you, and I just got sick of having to look out for you all the time.
So you left home and now you basically want to cut all ties with me. Is that correct, Travis? You don't want anything to do with me anymore.
Since I know I can cut you out of my life now, maybe that's what I want to happen. If I do this, I'll be free from taking care of you and I'll have more freedom for myself.
Is that so? Fine. I get it. You want nothing to do with me? So be it, Travis. If that's the case, then I guess we're no longer siblings anymore. First Ava and now you. Great. Well, hey there, Jane. I was just wondering if you've seen the wedding photos. The hall is still getting set up, but it looks gorgeous. Many people will be blessing me from now on. Hello, Ava. Yes, I've seen some of the photos. The dress looks so beautiful. The hall looks so big, and I'm sure getting it set up is really difficult. Of course, it's taken a lot of preparing, and it has cost a lot of money. After all, today is the day that I'll be the star. It's my wedding, so it makes sense. Oh, I forgot to ask earlier, but I'd really appreciate it if you could send me some money as a gift. You'll also bless this marriage, right? I'm expecting that much. All you've really got to do for now is send me some money, but also to not set foot into the ceremony until everything is over. That's all I wish for. Well, I think you got your wish by telling me to stay at home, Ava. You said that it would be better for you if I did, so I'm sitting here feeling like crap. Oh, come on. I had to sacrifice some people since I'm so popular, you see? I've got a lot of guests coming. We no longer have to take care of you, so we're free now. It's been a long time coming, this ceremony, and trying to get you out of my life. I'm just so glad that this could all happen. It was definitely worth it. You know, Ava, I've never forced you to take care of me at all, so I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were doing it out of the kindness of your heart. I guess not. Of course you were wrong. I wouldn't do that. I needed to get what I wanted and then accomplish my goals that I had. Wasn't it obvious to you? Anyway, we've known each other since middle school, but you were just a stepping stone to what I really wanted, your brother. Having to take care of you from that age to try and get some brownie points with your brother and his family was super annoying to me. But I no longer have to do that anymore, so I'm not going to hold back my opinions about you. People like you should just disappear from society. How dare you say something so cruel about disabled people? I never asked for this to happen to me. I can't help who I am physically. However, I'm glad that you got to get out your true feelings about me, Ava. All of our memories together were fake, and I don't regret anything I say from now on. You know what I want now, Ava? I want you to be the one that disappears from my life, since you've decided to be so horrible to me about our friendship. What on earth are you talking about, you stupid little woman? I haven't got a clue what you're trying to get at. Do you seriously think you can do anything to me from your wheelchair? Besides, unlike your kind who have many disabilities, I'm popular with everyone. Even if you were to disappear, no one would miss you and they'd feel no pain over your absence.
Jane, you better have an explanation as to what's going on right now. None of her relatives have shown up to the wedding and I can't get a hold of them. You're in the house right now, aren't you? You've not left or anything like that, right? You've not heard anything from them, have you?
Why are you talking to me, Travis? Don't you know that we're no longer siblings and you're just a stranger to me now? Stop trying to contact me, Travis.
I don't have time to do this right now when I need to know what's going on. I'm not worried about this. I want you to just call her relatives. No one has shown up to the ceremony.
Well, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to help you with this. Why don't you try and solve this problem yourself, okay, Travis?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You're the only one who wasn't invited, so I'm sure you're the one who's up to something. Tell me what's going on.
You do realize that normally no one would want to celebrate the marriage of a couple who abandoned the sister in the wheelchair, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Are you saying that no one showed up because you aren't coming to the wedding? This is insane.
I'm not coming because you were the ones that didn't invite me in the first place. I didn't get an invite to the wedding, so of course Mom and Dad got a bit suspicious. So in the end, I showed them the messages that you and Ava had been sending me about why I wasn't invited to the wedding. I told them what was going on.
What? Why would you do that? Did you literally show them what messages we sent to you? Don't you know anything about privacy? You showed them my messages without permission?
No one would believe me unless I showed them what you actually said to me. They were both in shock when I showed them what you said. They were horrified, actually. They had an inkling that you were growing dissatisfied with me existing in your life. Then I said how you rejected me as a sister and saw how you discussed that with me. They were both crying and in shock at how you talked to me. They said how a child grows up as the parent's fault because of how they were raised.
But I don't understand what this has got to do with today's ceremony. They need to forget about this and get to the venue. Why aren't they coming?
All of us came to the same conclusion, that if you told me not to come to the ceremony, then neither will they. They obviously know what you said was so wrong. I knew I had to tell them as I could no longer hold it in. I told them, but it was always up to them whether they wanted to go to the wedding ceremony or not.
But it doesn't make any sense to me what's happening here. Like, why haven't Anna's relatives come to the ceremony? You've done something, haven't you? You little weasel.
Well, from the perspective of our parents, what Ava said was nothing but cruel and disgusting. The comments she said were targeting me and others with disabilities, right? As a parent, I think it's natural for them to be angry about someone hurting their daughter's feelings. Dad got so angry that he barged into Ava's house. But that wasn't the way to have a proper discussion about this, so of course it would be better to do this another day since you're busy getting married.
Are you kidding me? Dad actually barged into her house? Is that what actually happened? I haven't heard of that happening. What the heck is his problem?
You know, I can never say more than a few details to a stranger, Travis, but both of her parents cried and apologized for how their daughter treated me. They said that they knew that she had a few flaws in her personality, but they never thought that she'd say horrible things to a friend like me. Especially since we've known each other for such a long time and looked out for me. They couldn't apologize more for what Ava said. They weren't barely audible, apparently. But here's the thing I don't get. Even though her parents are quite nice people, how did she turn out so horrible? They sincerely apologized, and I thought it was strange. Considering their daughter has not said one remorseful thing to me, of course, as parents, they take full responsibility for making a child into such a horrible person. They all decided mutually not to go to the ceremony because of how Ava has treated me in the last few months, and I don't blame them for not going today.
Are you for real, Jane? How dare you tell them what we said? Everything's going to be completely ruined now. You've ruined everything we planned. There's no way they wouldn't come to the wedding just because of something small like this, right? How can you take what I said so seriously?
Well, you should have thought about what you wanted to say before you said it, Travis. They couldn't go because they couldn't bless their daughter's marriage to you. It's already falling to pieces. I'm starting to notice that now. No one's congratulated you on your upcoming wedding. No one seemed to be pleased with this marriage. Even if you tried to contact them to get them to come over, they won't. Everyone knows about Ava's discriminatory remarks, and no one will come to the wedding.
But this can't be happening right now. How can they do this to us? It was only a joke, really. It's not really how we feel. Tell them to come here now.
Look, I'm aware that my existence has caused you to also have a difficult time with your life, but Ava has made you realize this in such a horrible manner. She's good at getting under people's skin when it comes to the negative emotions, but it's still obvious that you care about her. So from now on, please live with her. We don't want you coming back here. You're not welcome here. You've said some horrible things, and your new wife has made you into a horrible person, Travis. Don't even count on me for everything that happens to you in the future. I am no longer your baby sister. From now on, I'm an only child. Goodbye, Travis. This is an absolute catastrophe. I can't believe this is happening to me right now. This is all your fault, you stupid little cow. This wedding's been ruined because of you. I am absolutely disgusted by what you've done. Obviously, it's a no-brainer, but I want compensation for this. You have ruined my special day. Hey, you're the one who started this whole thing in the first place. You're the one to blame for how you've talked to me. All I did was speak up about it to my parents. You were the one who let loose on how you actually felt about people with disabilities. You're the one who was being cruel and discriminatory towards me. Oh, shut up, you stupid woman. I'm not kidding around here. You ruined my day. I shouldn't have had to worry about disabled people like you taking my spotlight. I should have been the one getting pampered by all of the attention from our families, their gifts, and people surrounding me trying to get my attention. My reputation has been ruined because of you. I'm finished. I'm just a nobody who's nothing but harsh on other people. This is the worst thing ever. What on earth are you talking about? You brought this on yourself. If you knew you were horrible to others, you should have learned to be more kind to people. Because you're a disabled person, my life has been ruined. Even if you say you didn't do anything, you'd think someone would help me. I've never lived through hardship. Do you seriously think that you'd benefit from trying to cut me out of this wedding? You've been dissing a disabled person for the entire time you've known me behind my back. Huh? What the heck are you talking about? I'm talking about how you ruined my wedding today for telling our families about the conversation we had. Because you were bullying me for being disabled, Ava. You started this, and I am not kidding about this anymore. How dare you say what you said to me? As soon as I entered middle school, I suddenly became ill and I lost the ability to move my legs. Did you know that I needed surgery to cure what was happening to me? Do you even know that I had no control over what was going on with my body? Do you really think I asked to be in a body like this? How could you go against what I've been through? But you've ruined how things should be. I had to pretend to like you for so long, and you ruined my plan. If you're telling me that you'd be fixed after surgery, why aren't you? Because the surgery had a really low chance of succeeding. Also, if it completely failed, I'd never be able to walk ever again. How dare you just say this with so much ease? You've got no idea what I was dealing with. The cost of having the surgery was going to be so expensive. But if I was given the choice to fix my legs, I would take that opportunity right away. I didn't ask to be disabled, you horrible woman. But you've been so unkind when it comes to not letting me have the attention. Why couldn't you have given me at least one day, Jane? Do you seriously not give a damn about anyone but yourself? You're the most selfish person I have ever met, and you're the one who got all of the attention. It wasn't me, as people would push my chair out of the way just so that they could see and talk to you. Don't you see what's happened to me, Ava? I could no longer play or hang out properly with my friends. I even needed help just to get on public transportation. I had no choice but to rely on people. It is so difficult to go out alone, and I can't just easily go for a walk to improve the mood I'm in. It's not as easy as it is for someone who has functioning limbs, Ava. There is absolutely no way you can understand the misery of being unable to live without the help of other people, Ava. You'll never know what it feels like. Well, I'm still trying to enjoy my life here, so stop trying to rain on my parade with your sob story of how you got stuck in that chair. I can't help you with that. You enjoying your life? Well, as you should be, since you're a fully functioning human, you stupid idiot. I knew you were enjoying life because I was watching it. I was watching it from my wheelchair, and I do every day when I see people walking around and doing daily tasks that I can no longer do. I am desperately trying really hard to keep my nerves at bay, but you make me unbelievably angry. I can't believe I ever had a friend like you in my life. Excuse me? What did you just say? You should be grateful that I stuck around for as long as I did, Jane. No one wanted to be your friend at all. Probably because they saw how horrible you are and didn't want to come near me because they were scared of you. If anything ruined my friendships, it's you, Ava. My family and some friends encouraged me to keep going as I am, but I understood that I could never live on my own without some sort of assistance. That's why I try to do my best with the life I've been given. I act nicer than most people because I want to be a good person and live my life in a careful manner. If I was abandoned by everyone I know, I wouldn't be able to live or survive this life. I would break down in tears if I couldn't complain to anyone or if I was in any pain. If I didn't do what I did and be brave about it, I might have had everyone abandon my side, and I would be all alone while you both got married to each other. I have always had so much anxiety when it came to who would care about me and want to stick around. Don't act like this just because no one showed up today. You are so arrogant. You've never had to live with a disability or with the fear that someone might leave you and never come back. You deserved what happened today. What the heck? How could you turn around and act like this towards me when I used to be such a good friend to you? I suppose you were wary of people around you then. Of course I was, and I was allowed to be, especially with how you and my brother have treated me in recent times. But I still have many important people around me. They continue to support me and listen to what I've had to say, unlike you and Travis. I have been blessed with friends who are there for me, and I can go to them about any complaints I have. You know, I really thought that you were one of those people I could go to for anything, Ava, but it seems like I was very wrong in thinking that. To be honest, the shock of being betrayed by you was huge. I never thought that you'd do anything like that to me. I thought you'd been brought up better, Ava. But if you're going to cut me out of your life, then you're nothing but a stranger to me, Ava. I'll show you no mercy, okay? I'll destroy you in every way possible. Shut up, you good-for-nothing woman. You're nothing but a disabled person who can't do anything. I don't care about you. All I want is my money, so give it to me. Excuse me? I should have known that I said all that for nothing. You really don't listen to anyone, do you, Ava? What money are you talking about anyway? Because of you and the actions you've taken today, my wedding was ruined as none of the relatives have shown up and they've cut off all their support. I won't be able to pay for all the wedding expenses and I'll end up in massive debt. It'll be bad if you don't pay quickly, so you better pay for my wedding. Oh, I get what you're saying. It seems like this extravagant wedding has cost you quite a bit of money, hasn't it, Ava? But you shouldn't really be getting into debt in the first place just to spend money on a wedding, okay? That's kind of a dumb thing to do, Ava. How about you do something about that yourself? If you're the one having money troubles, then it should really be you who should be fixing the problem. Hey, we really need to talk, Jane. Up until now, I've been taking good care of you, okay? Please just pay me $15,000 for all the troubles you've caused. That includes telling our parents what we were talking about, which caused them to not show up. That completely ruined my wedding, so pay up.